Every single time Sonia Uch and Morris Sam appear in the same movie, it's like the internet already knows what's about to happen, because before the film even finishes uploading, the comments are already flooding in, people are already tagging their friends, clips are already getting cut and shared, and somehow, without even trying, the movie starts trending like it was pre-planned. Loudly crying face. And that's where the real question starts, because this isn't normal anymore, this is a pattern. Every single time they act together it trends. So what exactly is making their chemistry this addictive, that people literally can't ignore it even if they try? Skull, because let's be honest, Nollywood is full of talented actors and actresses doing amazing work every day, but not every pairing creates this kind of reaction, not every duo makes people stop scrolling, not every combo makes viewers watch a full 1 hour plus movie without skipping, but somehow when these two come together, something just clicks instantly, and it's not just one thing, it's a combination of so many subtle details that people don't even realize they're reacting to at first. Flushed face. First thing you notice is the eye contact. And it sounds simple, but it's actually not, because the way they look at each other in scenes doesn't feel staged, it doesn't feel forced, it feels like there's actual emotion behind it, like there's history, even when the story just started, and that's something viewers pick up subconsciously, because human beings are notice genuine emotional cues, so when they see it on screen they connect with it immediately without even thinking twice. Loudly crying face. Then you add timing into it, because chemistry is not just about looking good together, it's about how people respond to each other in conversation, the pauses, the reactions, the way one person talks and the other listens. And with them, it always feels natural, like they're not waiting for their turn to speak, they're actually reacting in the moment, and that creates a flow that pulls viewers deeper into the story, because it doesn't feel like acting anymore, it feels like watching real interactions play out. Collision. And that's where the emotional pull comes in, because once viewers start believing what they're seeing, everything hits harder. The romantic scenes feel more intense, the arguments feel more painful, the reconciliations feel more satisfying, and suddenly people are not just watching a movie, they're emotionally invested in the outcome, like they actually care about whether these characters end up together or not. Loudly crying face. Another thing that makes their chemistry addictive is unpredictability, because even though they've done multiple movies together, the dynamics are never exactly the same. Sometimes they start off as lovers, sometimes as strangers, sometimes as enemies, sometimes there's betrayal, sometimes there's sacrifice, and that variation keeps things fresh, because viewers don't feel like they're watching the same story over and over again. Even though it's the same faces, they're seeing new layers every time. 100 points. And let's not ignore physical presence, because visually they complement each other in a way that just works on screen, like the framing, the angles, the expressions, everything aligns in a way that makes scenes more visually appealing. And in a platform like YouTube, where thumbnails and first impressions matter, that visual harmony plays a huge role in drawing people in before they even press play. Flushed face. But beyond all of that, there's something even deeper happening, and that's familiarity, because the more people see them together, the more comfortable they become with the pairing, and once that familiarity sets in, it turns into expectation, like viewers start looking forward to seeing them together again, they start hopping for it, and when it finally happens they rush to watch, because it feels like something they've been waiting for, even if they didn't realize it consciously. Skull. And that's how a simple acting partnership slowly evolves into a brand, because at this point, it's no longer just about individual performances, it's about the combination itself. People are not just clicking because of one person, they're clicking because of both of them together, and that's a powerful position to be in, because it means the pairing itself has value independent of any specific storyline. Loudly crying face. Then you add social media into the mix and everything amplifies, because once a movie drops, clips start circulating almost immediately. Emotional scenes, funny moments, dramatic confrontations all get cut into short videos that spread across different platforms, and each one acts like a mini advertisement, pulling more people back to the full movie. And since the chemistry is already strong, those clips hit even harder, making people curious enough to go watch the full story. Collision. And what's interesting is how fans start creating their own narratives around them, like they begin to connect different movies together in their heads, imagining that all these separate stories are somehow linked, creating a kind of unofficial universe where their characters exist across multiple timelines. And even though that's not actually the case, it adds another layer of engagement, because people start discussing theories, comparing scenes, and debating which movie showed their best chemistry. Loudly crying face. And then there's the emotional consistency, because even when the stories change, the intensity of their performances doesn't drop. Like they don't treat any project as less important every time they show up. They deliver at a level that keeps viewers hooked, and that reliability builds trust with the audience, because people know that if these two are in a movie, they're not going to waste their time watching it 100 points. Meanwhile, producers are watching all of this happen, and they're not blind to it. They see the numbers, the engagement, the reactions, and they understand exactly what's going on. So naturally, they keep pairing them together again and again, because from a business perspective, it just makes sense. Why fix something that's clearly working when you can keep maximizing it? And that decision only reinforces the cycle, because the more they appear together, the stronger the chemistry. Brand becomes flushed face. And of course, the more it happens, the more speculation grows, because people start wondering if there's something beyond acting that making their connection feel this real. And even though there's no confirmed answers, the mystery itself adds to the attraction, because viewers love trying to figure things out. They love reading between the lines, and that curiosity keeps them engaged even outside the movie's skull. But even without any real-life angle, the on-screen connection alone is enough to sustain the hype. Because at the end of the day, what people are responding to is how they feel when they watch them together, that emotional reaction, that sense of immersion, that moment where you forget you're watching actors and start believing you're watching real people going through real situations. And once a pairing can create that consistently, it becomes addictive, because people naturally want to experience that feeling again. Loudly crying face. And that's why every time they act together it trends, because it's not just about popularity, it's about impact. It's about how their performances resonate with viewers on a level that goes beyond surface entertainment. It's about how they make people feel something, whether it's excitement, tension, sadness, or hope. And when a duo can deliver that kind of emotional experience repeatedly, it doesn't matter how many times they appear together. People will keep coming back for more collision. So, when you look at it from that perspective, their chemistry isn't some random coincidence. It's the result of multiple elements aligning perfectly: timing, emotion, visual appeal, familiarity, consistency, and just enough unpredictability